Happy Monday, everybody, and I hope everyone is doing fantastic. I am back. Yes, and before I continue with the title of the video, I want to address a comment. As you guys know, that I usually address comments to my videos, the comments that I find necessary to address. So somebody commented on my last video that I made, and there was a bit of conversation, as a bit of like conversing here and there, like people were having a debate on that particular comment. So I'm going to read it to you guys according to how I interpret this comment. I'll tell you guys. Okay, so this comment goes, "What an interesting story, and you told it beautifully. Thank you. However, from watching a few of your vlogs, I think you're being saved, in quotes, at 16 and exposed to the particular type of conservative Christianity that you were, stunned your intellectual growth and influenced your emotions to a degree that is still holding you back from full development." All right, so this comment, I do not know exactly, like I don't know where my being exposed to Christianity as at a younger age, I don't know how you say that it has influenced. You say that, you know, okay, let me read this again. Saved at 16 and exposed to the particular type of conservative Christianity that you were, stunned your intellectual growth and influenced your emotions to a degree that is still holding you back from full development. It means that I am underdeveloped. You know, English came with a boat, you know. The colonizers brought English in Africa. When they brought it, they came with it all the way. And we were beaten, we were tortured in class and forced to learn it. So maybe I am interpreting what you're trying to say in a wrong way. But let me try to say exactly how I think this means. You mean to say that because I was exposed to Christianity and because I was saved at 16, it has corroded my mind to an extent I am not fully developed intellectually? Is that what you mean? Meaning, okay, where you're coming from, because you say that you have watched a couple of my vlogs and you have seen, and also there was a point that you went in one of my videos that I was talking about biblically how Christians view homosexuality, and the particular person who is actually commenting here mentioned in one of my videos, I'm not going to actually say who it is, but the particular person has said in another video that because there was a video that I made that somebody was telling me, the assumption video, somebody was actually saying that the reason why I don't sleep around, is it because I am homosexual or what? Then I said that me and homosexuality, how I see it, it's an abomination for me, for myself, for my path in my life, in my choice, in my free will. It's an abomination for me, but I do not mind. Okay, so anyway, this person commented under this video because I said what I said, and he said that, does that mean that I discriminate against people who are homosexuals and yada yada, you know? And I proceeded to tell him that I do not discriminate against anybody. Everyone have free will. Our maker, the creator of the universe, has given us free will to choose. That is why we have been differentiated from animals. We are not animals. So our minds, because we know what is good and bad, so we have been given a will to choose whether this is what we want to pursue with our lives or it's not what we want. So for me, I said I don't choose that for myself, you know. And again, obviously, in your ideology, we interpret life very differently. And for me, my interpretations are coming from my biblical Christian thinking. And even without, I'm not a religious person, because according to that comment, you seem to say that I'm a bit closed when it comes to things like, you know, how I view life, especially based on the fact that I am a celibate, or based on the fact that I'm not very out there, you know. I don't put myself as free to be, you know, sexually adventurous, to do, you know, like in a lot of things, you know. And I do understand where you're coming from by what you mean, because it's deeper than what I can actually try to convey on this video, because I don't have good English to actually let you guys understand what I mean. But what I say is that you just gotta know that intellectually, in my mind, I am just the way I am meant to be. In my mind, you know, that is me, you know. Each and every person has got a life, and they have chosen whatever it is, the path that they want to be, you know. And for me, I have a say that says that I would rather, this is my philosophy, or this is my motto. I'd rather live my life that there is a God that I will eventually answer to, and die only to wake up and find out that there was never a God, rather than living my life like there is no God, then one day die and wake up on his glory, and I'm like, oops, there was actually a God for me to answer to. So that is how my motto is in life. So I've just noticed that I have spoken too much, and I have not even driven the points across. I say that I understand exactly what you mean. I know how I've interpreted this particular comment, but my intellectual has not been tampered with because of my Christian upbringing. I am probably very, very, very sound in my judgment. You might find that I'm actually very sound than you know. You might find that even though maybe you might be very much in an open world, in a liberal world, I'm not liberal myself. And it is okay to not be liberal, you know. It is okay to think differently from the way somebody else thinks. Doesn't mean that you are intellectually not there yet, you know. It doesn't mean that, because whatever you interpret as intelligence, somebody else is interpreting it as stupidity, you know. Whatever somebody else interprets as intelligence, or whatever somebody else interprets as stupidity, another person could interpret the same thing as intelligence. You know, we have different people, different way of thinking in all ways, you know. And what I don't understand is, why is it, oh God, my eyes, okay, I need to put on my glasses. What I don't understand is, okay, why is it, you guys forget my glasses, okay? Okay, what I don't understand is, okay, why is it that when somebody chooses not to sleep around, or not to, you know, sleep around until they found their life partner, why is it that they get judged so harshly? Or if somebody chooses not to be sexually adventurous, or if somebody chooses a different path in their lives, whether be it based on their Christian upbringing or the way their convictions have made them to live, why is it that they get, you know, people always have something to say about it, to say that, especially when this person is trying to tell me that because I was exposed to Christianity and you know, the saved part, that I have not experienced life fully, because my mind has probably been just programmed to be what I have been accustomed to. And I feel like it is not fair that the person who has chosen to live life based on her Christian upbringing or based on her beliefs, and maybe I've chosen not to sleep around, or somebody has chosen to wait until she's married, somebody has chosen to live a different life than what people in the liberal world find is okay. Perhaps I would say I choose not to, I'm a pro-life, I choose not to have abortion, or I'm against it, you know. But then there are people who choose to do it anyway, and I have my Christian beliefs and my reasoning as to why I choose not to do the things I choose not to do, the path I choose not to follow for my life, you know. Why is it that the person who lives her life like this is being ashamed for choosing to live her life like this, yet the person who choose to live her life otherwise, adventurous, have abortions, sleep around, do whatever they want, why is it that they feel that they are in the right and nobody is supposed to tell them ish, you know, or even be what they feel like they what because they feel like they were born the way they were born, whether they were born into homosexuality, and they feel like this is the life I want to live, is what is happy for me. If somebody is against it, then whoever is against it is wrong for being against it. It's my life. Okay, why is it that your life is okay for you to feel that you're right for living whatever you live, and for my life, if I live the way I want to live, then I am intellectually not yet there? Explain to me, tafadhali. Anyway, it's not a ranting video. All right, you guys, this video is taking a different turn that I didn't want it to take. But anyway, I have addressed that comment. So now I'm going to talk about the topic of the video. You guys, the topic of the video is, first of all, I wanted to say that making, like, what did I want to say? Making friends in the Emirates. Making friends in the Emirates. Okay, I have been here in the total of 12 years, and my life experience, and I have a lot of experiences in Emirates, but I just want to choose to talk about the making friends part. And I want to give you guys a story based on how I find it. I don't know how these glasses makes me look like a teacher, some type of a teacher. I'm not comfortable. And my eyes, I don't know. So anyway, let me just make this video and talk. Okay. I want to talk to you guys about my experiences making friends, you know. When I'm in the Emirates, I've been here 12 years, and what I can say, it's not been easy. Finding friends in this place, especially in the Emirates, hasn't been easy. And I'm sure that most of you have your experiences living in diaspora. You have your experiences in making friends. And I just want to say that, first of all, I want to give you a story. There was this lady that I was friends with, and I was friends with her even before I joined my current company. And she was really good friends with me, you know. So she was a friend that I can rely on. I can always go to her if I have a problem, you know, if la la la. But anyway, this friend turned out, like, there is something that happens when most of us African women, or let me just say Kenyans, because I'm more leaning towards Kenyan, because I know that people in the Emirates usually stick to whatever they are used to, whether be it South Africans stick around with South African, Kenyans stick around with Kenyans, Ethiopians stick around with Ethiopian, like. And finding friends has not been easy, because this culture, this place is a place where it's work-based, you know. People don't have time for social as much, because especially my company is very much work-based. So in most companies, they are only here for work. The rest is kaliwali, like forget it, you know. Anyway, so I was friends with this girl, and she was telling me that she's finding it very difficult to make friends in the Emirates. So anyway, to cut the long story short, she was sort of somebody who actually portrayed herself as someone who actually is practicing, is like a good Christian. That is what she, there's a lot of people who say they are good Christians, but mouth can say you're a good Christian, but many of us are, and just falling really short. The only person who was a good Christian was Christ himself. We are all sinners, so forget about it. This is just a by the way. So this girl, at first, she became friends with somebody else whom I realized that this girl was into a business of trying to con people. She was into this business. So when first of all, how I realized, she was always asking me for like, this was somebody that I was so close to. She was always asking me for, like, we have complimentary tickets that we can always give to, close family members or closest friends. So we have compliment. So she was always asking me for these complimentary tickets. So I was like, you have your share of tickets. Why are you asking me for tickets? Little did I know. And then one day she was joking and saying, oh, you guys have tickets, with these tickets you can always sell them, like plane tickets. You can always sell them and get money on top of it. Like you can always give somebody and they can give you the fixed price. So I was not like paying attention to this girl. Then I was like, isn't that illegal? Like, isn't that breaking company policy for you to decide to sell tickets? Then she was like, a lot of people are doing it, la la la. You sit there and say it's illegal. You will continue being, working and just waiting for your salary. Meanwhile, people are getting money, la la la. And I was like, okay, that was strange. But apparently, a lot of people had been doing it, had gone into this business of selling their complimentary tickets. And I was wondering why this person kept asking me for tickets. So I kept telling her, like, I kept giving her excuses, but I didn't know why I was giving her excuses. So now coming to think about it, God was trying to protect me from God was trying to protect me from what? God was trying to protect me from getting in trouble with this with this ticket thingy. I'm trying to find where there's good lighting. And I also want to put my phone down because my hand is getting really tired. Okay, let me lie down here and talk to you guys. Anyway, so then the tickets, she was asking me for them, and then I was like, I'm not gonna give it. So I never gave it. So God was trying to protect me from getting in trouble. Then, to cut the long story short, a lot of people got in so much trouble because apparently a girl who introduced her to this business got caught. I don't know how they got caught, but everyone who got caught, a lot of people lost their job. And it's just like, there's just a group of people in what I would say is that if you are especially in diaspora, I would say that it's best to be a loner, because I've seen a lot of people are resorting to being a loner, because when you are in groups, people influence each other and end up doing some stupid things. So anyway, this girl also ended up being losing her job together with a couple of girls and everyone else who was involved in this business. And my life was all I was not involved. Then I remember when she was during her times when now she was on probation, not probation, once she was grounded. So they had fired her and she was supposed to go home. So I had gone to a flight, and then she had a friend. No, I had a friend of mine that I had introduced to her. He's a guy friend. Then this friend of mine, somehow this girl got his number, and then they were talking. So I wasn't aware that they were talking. He wasn't my boyfriend. He was just a friend, somebody who was interested in dating me. But I was just like, I was trying to I was just turning him down because his circumstances, he was separated, and I'm not into dating separated men. I just told him, let's just be friends. And I remember this girl was telling me, oh my God, you're refusing to date him. You know how many girls would take this man within a twinkle of an eye, la la la. So anyway, when I was in a flight, they ended up like start talking to each other. I don't know. But then after some time, this guy was calling me, telling me, oh, by the way, just remind her to give me back my laptop. And I was like, what do you mean your laptop? I don't understand why. What's your laptop? So what happened was, when I was in a flight, this girl ended up in this guy's house and borrowed him a laptop. So this guy was a very clean-hearted man. So the girl took the laptop and said, because in my name, because I'm her best friend. So the guy was like, because you're friends with her, with Ruby, it's okay. I give you the laptop. You will give it back to me. When Ruby comes, give her the laptop so she'll give it back to me. The thing is, the girl was to leave before I reached Abu Dhabi. So I reached Abu Dhabi and the guy was looking for me. And I was like, why are you looking for me? And what is this story all about laptop? I was not aware about. You guys did not mention anything to me. So I don't know what happened, you know. So I told them I was not there when you guys, but anyway, to cut the long story short, the girl packed the laptop and left with the laptop until today. So one day I went to Kenya and I met her, you know, and she had lost her job. So I was talking to her and I told her, can you please give me back the laptop, because the laptop that you took, the guy needs it back. My friend needs it back because that laptop belongs to his ex, and his ex is making so much drama. And his ex was okay, they got back together with the step. So long story. Anyway, you guys are a mess. So anyway, they got back together, and the guy told now the wife, because they were married, you know, they were separated, but they were married, because the woman who came back, and then the guy told him that there was a girl in this who was working with airline lala, and her friend la la, and you know, and this woman got my number from his phone, and this woman was always sending me the very nasty messages and abusing me in the messages and all that, because of this, you know, because of the entire thing, because the lady was suspecting that when they were separated, I was also like being with this man, and you know, a lot of things. So anyway, after some time, the lady told me that he was going to report the thing to the police because he wanted her laptop back. And I was like, I was not even there. I don't even know what happened with the laptop. So anyway, to get the long story short, I went to Nairobi and I met the girl for lunch, and I told her, can you please give me back the laptop, because the owner of the laptop wants the laptop. Then she told me, you know, the laptop is between me and him. You are not there when he was giving me the laptop. So forget about the laptop. Don't tell me anything about the laptop. And you know, when somebody got you wrapped up into their fingers like this, like to an extent, so this girl knew how to wrap me up in her finger like this. I'm a good friend. I'm a very loyal friend, you know. If I am a friend with, I am a very forgiving person, in a sense I give people chances and chances. So she ended up was talking to me about her personal financial problems because she had just been fired. So I ended up chucking money and giving her money. And I was like, okay, take the money, and, you know, I gave her the money. On top of it, she had stolen somebody's laptop. So that's just how stupid I am. But anyway, before she left, before the ticket issue and everything else, one day when I had just worked for 2 years, so I had decided that I was gonna take a loan to build my house. And this girl, I told this girl, because obviously she was my friend, so I told her, and she had already taken a loan, like so much money, which she actually ended up wasting. I don't know what, she blew that loan up. I don't know what she did with the money, but she didn't have the money. So anyway, then she was like, when I took the money, she told me, if after you've taken the money, just call me and let me know if they've given you the money. So I called her immediately and told her, actually, they've given me the money. And then she told me that there is a friend of hers who is in Dubai, and this friend of us can teach, can send, they can help, they have a courier that sends money direct to my account in Kenya. So I should hand over the money to her so that she can take this money and then hand it over to her friend in Dubai, and then her friend can send it to her courier. So then I'm like, doesn't make sense. Like, my loan, I give it to you so that you can give it to your friend in Dubai, and then your my loan. Then I told her, no, I'm not giving you the money. I'd rather take the money with me to Kenya because I'm going for on leave. How am I going to give you the money? So anyway, to cut the long story short, she tried conning me of my money again. She tried conning me of my money, this woman. So then she left. So I would just say that having friends in this place, people are very dodgy. You know, people are extremely dodgy. I'd rather you just be by yourself, because in this place, there's just a lot of stories that I would have told you guys, but I don't have time for these stories. I feel like this video is going to take up to tomorrow. Maybe that's a video for another day. But I've found that, because I know that there are a lot of people who have gone through a lot of financial, like the investments that people usually like randomly invest. A lot of Kenyans had done a thing whereby they were communicating to each other secretly, because whoever knows who, tell them to join the scheme so that they can earn money double. And if they didn't want you to benefit from this scheme, they wouldn't tell you. So there's a lot of Kenyans who are like, a lot of them were like all telling, most of them working for Emirates, most of them working for airlines, a lot of, majority of airlines. So there was a scheme here in the Emirates, in an investment scheme, that so many people were taking money, loans, big loans, and they were influencing each other into like investing in this financial whatever, and they were earning money like crazy. So for me, I only knew when this thing had already dried up. Guess what? The thing dried up. The owner of this scheme ran away with a lot of money that belongs to people, and these people, a lot of people lost so much money in millions, and they were like, so me, I just was 2 years after the scheme and the thing, people had been conned, and the money, a lot of people had lost so much money. That is the time I was like, oh my God, thank God nobody tells me about these things. Thank God nobody makes me to enter into these schemes. And I was just like, I've been saved from so much drama with people, especially with Kenyans, with Kenyans, a lot of them, oh my God, just like a lot of influences, a lot of funny influences that people have. People want to grow rich so fast when they come to the diaspora. It's just crazy. And I'm not saying all Kenyans are like this, but I'm just saying that there is a lot of very bad influences. So I'd rather, if I know that I have my money somewhere, I know that that is what I have. I don't want this money potea pata type of money, the one that you put this and okay, there's some investment companies that are actually genuine, but a lot of people have lost money in the, so I don't know, man. I don't know how this video is gonna come out, but you guys, I was just giving you guys a random stories here and there. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a lovely day and take care. Please don't trust anybody. And also, what I have noticed, that if you have your own secrets, I have realized I'm somebody who overshares. I overshare so much. So I just noticed that at this age is when I have noticed it's better for me to keep my secrets to myself. I am an oversharer. I am an oversharer like crazy. But I just realized that you do not have to tell everybody everything about yourself. So many people are crazy out here. So many people are crazy out here. And the people you call your friends, not everybody is actually for you. Not everybody is actually for you, There are people who get so excited when they hear that you're being gossiped somewhere or your name is being mentioned somewhere. They are so excited to listen to gossips about you. And then once they hear these gossips, and I'm just saying that anybody who is going to listen to a gossip about me, then pick up a phone to call me back regarding this gossip to hurt my feelings. Take whichever gossips that you are making with whoever and shove it inside your anus. Please don't bother me. Have a lovely day. Bye. We are